everyone. I just wrapped up the 2-hour AI agent till bootcamp with Marilyn Nika and Dimitri Shipping Pro. And I knew I had to get hands on and build something real using my studio. So I decided to create something meaningful for clinical trials. Basically, an agent that extracts the schedule of assessment table or SOA, or also known as schedule of activities or schedule of events table from clinical trial for PDFs. What it does, basically, in regulatory teams, CROs, specifically Mavro, they spend hours manually pulling data from these SOA tables. They're hidden inside long PDFs, like this one that I grabbed from clinicaltrials.gov. Well, this one is actually simple because we're only dealing with 24 pages here. And as you can see, the SOA table looks like um, this one, schedule of activities. Yeah. So it's pretty straightforward. So basically what business do, um, once the user upload document, it extracts its text, then it will do a document analysis. Then the table extracted. It then extracts the table, handling the merge cells, the nested headers, and footnotes while keeping the structure intact. And as far as automated QA checks, we can run quality checks to catch missing values like structural issues or low confidence OCR, which all flags automatically. And then we can have like a comparison view. This is where it actually gets useful. The agent shows a side-by-side view of the original PDF versus the extracted version. It's just super easy to compare and validate. And of course, we'll have a manual review and correction so that users can make edits directly inside the agent if needed, especially for edge cases or complex footnotes. And of course, there's a generate export. So the structured table is exported as JSON or CSV, ready to drop into a database or used in Words. Why I'm sharing this and why this matters, because this agent will save hours of manual work, reduces errors, and gives data teams a QA-friendly pipeline for dealing with complex trial protocols. Yeah. If you ask me like, Mary, why do you need an agent for that? We could just use a Python script. Yes, Python can extract tables, but it doesn't solve the entire workflow. Python script can extract a table, but what about finding the right pages in a 100+ page PDF? We're handling scanned documents versus digital. We're doing QA with visual comparison and letting a regulatory user correct one row in an intuitive way, as well as exporting it cleanly for multiple outputs with metadata. So basically, this agent will give you a full pipeline and not just a one-time parse. And most of our regulatory users are non-technical, so they cannot really maintain or run Python scripts. For them, they just want to drop in a file, review, fix, and export, the done. Basically, you can hand off this agent to real users and it just works. And with this agent that I am building and iterating within the Mind Studio, of course, always have a human in the loop to review. This agent's here. It will support the iteration, the UI, and the feedback loops. And these agents are easier to add confidence thresholds, like show flag issues visually, allow and app edits, and log corrections for future training. And basically, you get a feedback rate system versus a Perl script. Yeah, so all in all, this agent automates the entire workflow from detection to QA to export and make it usable by regulatory teams and not just devs. It's repeatable, scalable, auditable, and that's why I built this agent and not just a script. Always human in the loop to validate. So basically, yeah, I'll give you a specific use case on how it might look like on using the Mind Studio SOA Extractor agent. Thank you.